Hi, we're back again. Today, episode 6 of Empower Hospitality. So, today we are live because we want to talk with you, and basically, what we're going to do in this show is to empower you. It's what you're waiting for, it's the course that you haven't got yet. If you are going to push in your life over and over and over again, you will make it. Okay? So today you're going to learn how to attract more people to your place from the outside area, which is extremely important. If you do have a premium location or you don't have a premium location, you still need to focus on the area where your property is located. Okay. So with that being said, I welcome you to this webinar number 6. If you haven't watched the previous episode, go over to YouTube, the channel Owner-Mondosol, and there you will find all the previous episodes where you can learn the intro, you can learn how to start, you can learn the homeboarding, you can learn about photography. And yesterday, a big jump into my life. My father, as a photographer, share with you, over 50 years of experience taking photos from portrait to landscape, interior design for homes, both from a professional and amateur point of view. You shouldn't miss that. It was in Italian, because my father only speaks Italian, but it was translated into English. And by the way, ciao a tutti gli italiani, okay? I hold this because I have a lot of friends and family that they tune in, and like my close Mariana, she doesn't understand much of English. But I want to say thank you to all my family and friends that they are jumping into this call. They try, even if the English is not their first language. It's very kind of them. Mariana, yeah, it's very kind of them to be here, and to show their support. Thank you very much to everyone coming to YouTube and coming to Facebook. I think we're also live on Periscope and LinkedIn. Not too sure about what Bill Gates is doing with LinkedIn right now, but yes, please, if you haven't done it yet, pop over to Facebook and YouTube. Don't miss out the live, because on the live you can make questions and you can win big. Always at the end of the show, we're gonna give you some very nice reward for showing up and staying until the end. They say 80% of success is actually showing up. So just the fact that you're here, I'm gonna acknowledge you that you are a winner. You are made for success. Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you about how to attract people into your property. If you don't have a property, you might want to look into a property. If you are a service provider working for properties, you also are interested in knowing how to do better your job. By the way, whatever you are, if you are a property manager, if you are a property owner, or if you are a service provider, you do want to surround yourself with winners. And we believe in Mondosol, we are winners in this sense. I don't mean we are winning over other people. We are winning over ourselves. Every day we improve ourselves. We work on ourselves. And so do you. Work on yourself every single day to be a better person that you were yesterday. And things will change in your life for the better. It's not going to be easy. Everybody say easy is BS. It's not easy. Life is not easy. Let me tell you that, and actually say with me, it's not easy. But you can do it, as I've done it. No one special, I'm not going to start to tell you my life and the Lambo and the Ferrari and this and that. It doesn't matter, Yeah, maybe I'm an example in this hospitality industry how you can actually start from zero, nothing. Actually, never done it before in my life, and the partner of my cause, Mariana, is instead a real estate pro. He's been doing this from, let's say, family. His father is into this as well. And I know many property owners that are working with Mondosol. They've been working for 40, 50, 60 years. So I'm not quoting myself as the generation of experience, but like someone who made something from nothing. I made something from nothing, and I can help you to do the same. Okay, so don't be discouraged if you don't have something, don't have money, you don't have tools, you don't have properties. You can still make it. Maradona, one of the most famous soccer player, and Pelé started from an orange or a mango instead of a ball, and they become one of the top player in the world. Okay, and you can take many people who just discovered their talent and they had no tools, no resources whatsoever, and they still, they achieve great things. So what I want to do right now is to enter into your property location and talk about how you should develop, your area guide. Since you are in this business of hospitality, and this is what we're talking about in Empower Hospitality, you should disclose all the treasures, all the secret spots that they are in your area. Thank you very much to Alberto. Alberto is our local partner from Mexico to US, and he's been tuning in, I think, on episode 1. Thank you very much to my dear friend and classmate, Daniele. Back in the high school, Daniele has done a big career in Yahoo and in the marketing sphere. And also thank you very much to my other schoolmate, not in the same class, a very big friend, Tito. Also, he's been doing great in his life with his career. And I also thanks Michael Nielsen, that has joined right now. So anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. We are into this webinar called Empower Hospitality. Yeah, thank you for all the love, all the support. I owe you a big thank you, for being here, for showing up, just because you could have been anywhere else, and instead you are here with me. So I really thank you for this. Really thank you. And now, with that being said, what I'm going to give to you is everything I've been known in during the past 5 years. It's been 5 years of experience in hospitality, grinding and busting my ass just to, make thousands of people happy during their holidays and hundreds of people happy for their property. And I think life is about service. It's about serving others. It's about being useful. Otherwise, this is just living a life with no meaning. I hope you have your own meaning, you have your own reason to live in this life. Okay. And if you are now listening, or even after, what you should do is take advantage of this training and of my time and my experience and my team as well, to ask any questions you want related to hospitality. Apart from private life, I'm here for you to help you. So if you have a question about, we've been talking about how to start if you want to start yourself, if you want to start with someone like Mondosol or anyone, any other else. Then if you want to ask a question like, hey, how do I open an account in Airbnb or in booking.com? And if you want to ask about photography, we had, from yesterday, my father, which is an experienced photographer, very passionate about what he's doing. Actually, he found the best of himself into art and photography. And then we also are going to have a lot of special guests during those webinars, during this saga, during those 30 days episodes. And about the 30 days, I actually want to invite you over to the description. There is a description with the 30-day challenges. I'm going to challenge you to sign up to the 30 days. It's basically every day you will get an email with some content, some assignment that you need to do. And I promise you, after those 30 days, you will be a better property owner, property manager, property service provider. Okay. So if you haven't done it yet, please look in the description. You have a link below if you're looking into Facebook or YouTube right now, and you will find there is a link to this page. You can just sign up, put in your emails, and you will receive basically an email every day. And that's the challenge, that you stick around for 30 days, and that's what it takes to change your habits. Thank you very much, everyone, for showing love and support. I really, really appreciate, all my friends and family, all the staff, the team member of Mondosol, the past and the present and the future. We are actually looking right now to hire talent. If you are a winner, we want you. We want to surround ourselves with winners because that's what it takes to win in life. You cannot make it on your own. We don't believe a man is an island, like About the Boy, the movie with Hugh Grant. We believe instead that to make something big, you gotta have a team that is big. You need to surround yourself with people who support you, who believe in yourself. Okay, as well as you need to do it, of course. It's extremely important, this. And I you know I really thanks my estimate colleague, the Bollywood star Abhinav, that unfortunately couldn't be here yesterday and today because of an internet problem. And please, this I'm saying to you, don't let the problem stop you. Just any problem, don't let them stop you. Okay, I'm going to be very clear in this. If you want to achieve anything in life, problem is part of life. So you have to deal with problems. You actually become stronger with problems. So don't avoid problems. Don't try a shortcut. Don't try to, the easy life. There is no easy life. Life is fucking hard. So you have to play hard. You have to be strong. Right, my friend Nazimuddin? He's also a dear classmate. We actually met in an online course from the very superstar Tai Lopez. We did the same course this winter about home sharing management. I have to, say thanks to Tai Lopez that I met a lot of great people like Nazimuddin and Sepo. Yes, and if you want to get in touch, Nazimuddin is a software developer as well as Abhinav. Nazimuddin has now an experience into social media as well as home sharing, and Abhinav has an extensive experience into home sharing. Has been dealing several properties around the world, US and other markets. Now he's in charge of India, Africa, and Europe with Mondosol. I'm very lucky to have them both, and also others on the line like Tsepo, and we also have two women's very special, Oluwakemi and Electra, and we also have Eduardo from Mexico. We have people all around the world helping Mondosol become, a legacy for others. I'm not here, to stay forever as well as you. So what I'm trying to do in my life is to make an impact into hospitality industry. I've been looking a lot of properties on real life, like face to face and online, as probably you did as well. And there is a lot of mediocrity out there. People need help, even if they don't recognize it. But people do need help, and that's not a sign of weakness. Actually, the opposite, like Obama said. It's a sign of strength when you reach for help. It means that you are looking at yourself as you have some limit, and you're actually looking to improve yourself, to extend yourself. So thank you very much for being here again. Please, if you have anything to say, anything to ask, do it now while I'm live so I can answer your questions. And if you're shy, if you're on the fence, if you don't want to say anything, well, you can even leave your comment after. I'll make sure to answer as well as my team. So you get your answers to your questions, very, very important. We try to help as many people as possible. And that's why I opened up the door after 5 years. I'm actually live from Mondosol headquarters. And the reason is because I noticed that I can help this many people from what I'm doing. It's a lot of done for you service. So we've been partnering with property owners, mostly in Italy, then Malta, Spain, Mexico, and US. And what I noticed is that, we have a 24-hour limit. Thank you very much, Alan, for joining. And what I want to say is that I really wanted to impact as many people as possible. So I decided to open up, let's say the doors, the secrets of Mondosol. And soon we're going to release a premium course together with the free course that we have in our site on mondosol.com. That also you can find, I think, in the description. If not, please, Abhinav, share the link, and Nazimudin, the link to the course is on the footer of mondosol.com. You will find something called Owner Manage, and the course is Manage Your Property. Okay, thank you very much, Christian, for joining the Facebook Live. I see a lot of friends and family coming to this webinar, and I really appreciate you guys and girls. So please stick around, because at the end of this webinar, I'm actually going to give you some money, and this is not fake. Yes, I do have the fake money if you want them as well. It's a pack of $50. It's actually $4,800. I actually like to have them. Many people who do these money things on webinars, on show, they say this is they pretend is a real stack of money, and most of the time it's not. Those are pocket money, poker money. And the reason why I have those money, and I encourage you to do the same. For one, if you want, I can give you the supplier who gave me this on eBay. It's because if you wanna have a money goal, if you want to achieve a money goal, then I suggest and encourage you to get as close as print your own money. You print your own money as much as you want them to be per month, per year, whatever is your goal. And the reason why you need a goal, and the reason why you need to have it so concrete, is because you need to leave that goal before it comes true. Okay, the power of goal setting is exactly that. Even the navigator, if you set up your destination, it will basically project all the direction and give you all the instruction even before you get there, and that make you already a feeling of accomplishment and help you to get there. And it's actually in life is as well as getting there. I mean, achieving the goal is important. The journey, the steps, the miles, the kilometers, the meters, the seconds that you live in your life. So I encourage you to have goals. I encourage you to make them as concrete as you can. If you want to be a star in hospitality and you haven't started yet, start by visualizing wherever you want to have the property, whatever you want to work in a property, or you want to manage a property, have a board, have photos, have it printed. I remember reading a book that changed my life. And actually, the title of the book was Change Your Life in 7 Days, Paul McKenna. And he's an hypnotizer. He's someone who do self-hypnosis and hypnotize other people in the show. And I remember looking at that book in the shelf in a bookshop in Ireland, where I lived for a while. And I remember thinking, that's a BS. You will never change your life in 7 days. But what actually changed in my mind, it was that if you want to change something and you put that into your head, it's possible. And the 7 days was basically the 7 chapters. And if you haven't read it yet, I encourage you to read it. It's a very easy to read books. You also have a CD where you can meditate. You can listen those self-hypnosis tracks that will basically rewire your mind, because most of the things were not good that are coming from the subconscious is what we've been taught when we were up to 7 years old. There is also another cool video suggested to watch on YouTube, is Mr. Lipton, and he's talking about how the 7 years of a human being, of a child, are basically determining, like a navigator, how you're gonna live the rest of your life. So the fact that you feel uncomfortable sometimes, it's because that's a sign that your mind wasn't programmed to do that. If you don't like to do mathematics or physics or accounting, it's because on the first 7 years you didn't absorb this subconsciously from the environment you were surrounded. And mostly is I gotta say, I'm sorry, my father was yesterday in the show, but it's mostly your father and your mother. So whatever you're good or you're not good, it's determined by those 7 years. And I'm very careful now with my daughters, with what I say and what I do, even though, I'm not always the best. I do a lot of things that are not good, like just anyone else, a lot of mistakes. But what I'm trying to teach her now is to be financially independent, and to be also, she needs to be strong in the head as well as in the body. So what I'm also telling you is that you gotta work on yourself, on your skills. You gotta be better, and that's what the show is stands for. You know, it's empowering you in this business in hospitality, and that's what I want for you. I want you to become a star. Okay, so thank you very much for joining and for listening. It's extremely important that you participate because. You know, actually, I remember when I was in the school with Daniele and with Tito, and there are also other friends of mine came in the same school. And I remember it was this period of the year. It was like November. We were approaching winter, and it was called occupation. We were occupying the students were occupying the school. So there were no traditional classes, and instead the students were making their own classes. It was kind of a protest, but it was very cool because then we had to, you know, like become protagonists of our own school, make our own classes. We decided what to teach, what to learn. We were inviting people from outside. What I wanted to say is this: I remember the mother of a classmate, of a schoolmate, Roberta. She invited her mother. She was an expert in communication, and that's what I learned, that basically what you hear and what you watch is very ineffective. Like, you will only retain maybe 5 to 20%, depending if you're listening or watching or even reading. The most effective way to learn is to do. So, you know, while you're listening, take some notes if you want to. Ciao, Anna Maria. She's a family member. Thank you very much for joining. Grazie per essere qui. Hi, Ellen. She is also, let's call a family member here in Norway. Thank you very much for being here. And hi, Christian. I'm very happy to have all these people. Anne-Marie, she's also a very good friend here in Norway. So thank you very much. Tusen takk, Norge. Grazie, Italia. And thank you for the people, English speakers. So I'm very, very happy to be here with you today and to talk to you about hospitality. This is it's a great honor. I think during the past 5 years, I dedicate my life entirely to this. And I decided to focus after, I think one of the biggest failure I had was exactly to jump from one thing to another, from one country to another. And I have to say thank you to my wife and to one of my mentor that actually pointed out that in order to achieve anything, to amass any results in life, you gotta focus on one thing. And the one thing I've been focusing during the past 5 years was this Airbnb, hospitality, real estate, home sharing, whatever you want to call it, business. Starting from zero, from nothing. Probably Daniele knows I don't come from wealth. My family is not rich, and even the mindset is not rich. I've been mentioning about what you teach your kids is extremely important. If you teach, hi Christian Adamo is also an acquaintance in Italy. Ciao. And it's important what you teach yourself and your state of mind, because that's how then you're gonna act, you're gonna project to others, how you're gonna treat others. It's basically all coming from here, from your zucca here. Okay, so pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to what you feed your mind, what you watch, who you listen. And I'm also, a big believer of mindset and goal settings. I just mentioned before, we do have a course, a free course on our website that you can find out. It's called Achieve Your Dreams. We also have a bestseller book in Amazon, so you can buy the paper copy, or you can just go online, and our course is free, and you can basically do all the exercises I'm doing every day, because I am now preaching, I'm not teaching, I'm just leading by example. I'm saying what I'm doing. This is more like, let's say, a sharing. Instead of keeping it by myself and dying, with everything I got, I'm disclosing, opening what I have, my talents, and sharing it with you, because I think if I can impact more and more people, I just believe things will get better in general. Just the fact that I open up the course, we have a free course on how to manage a property that you can go now on the site and consume. And there are thousands of people that are doing this every day from everywhere in the world. So you can do it too. You can learn for free. If you want, also, we will release a premium course very soon. And that will be with assignment, with quizzes, and also with a certificate. And we will also have a mentorship program and we will continue with the Done For You program with the scholarship. We do have a link below in the description about the scholarship, 25,000 euros per year in scholarship, and you can read about it. Today what I wanted to talk, it's about the area. You have a property, you work in a property, you work for a property, and basically you want to invite people to come over because there is a cool attraction, a famous restaurant, there is a cool place to dance or to have fun. Me and Daniele, we used to go, and Tito, we used to go dancing, rock music, punk music, rap music, all kinds of music. We went to many concerts. I cherish a lot of good memories with them. And when you have a property, you want to talk about this, about events, about what's surrounding the area. So pay attention to this, because the inside of your place is as important as the outside. So you basically want to be someone that is showcasing your property with the best light. My father yesterday talked about photography, and you want to use your phone if you know how to use it, and you want to use mostly your professional camera. If you don't have a professional camera, you should hire professional photography, because 70% of customer decision is based on what they see. The fact that I am showing myself, the fact that I am live right now, it's because I want to show you, not so much tell you, but show you what you can do in hospitality, what I've been doing in hospitality. And you can see a lot of what I've done in the website mondosol.com, on the Airbnb profile, where we have actually an extensive portfolio of properties. We have over 200 listings that are active now, but our belt, we have built up 660 listings during these past 5 years, and we have over 660 reviews and 2,000 reservations. That if you multiply, Fabiola, grazie per essere qui. If you multiply that by 2, 3, 4 people, you will see we reach out to over 10,000 guests during those past 5 years. So I'm not telling you this that I'm cool, I'm best, I'm the one. I'm just telling you this, that during these past 5 years, I've been bossing my ass, I've been grinding, been hustling, because I believe. Ciao Giuseppe, ciao. That's another very good friend of mine. It reminds me back in the days when we were young, we were hanging out on these parking lots, and we were talking a lot. Giuseppe is a very good friend of mine. Very good memories coming to my mind. At this stage of my life, I'm 40, like Daniele. I think Giuseppe is older than me, and Tito. And it's basically, I think it's like the middle of your life. So you're spending time looking back, and you are still projecting yourself in the future, but the future looks different than when we were, let's say, 15 or 20 or 25. Now I'm basically seeing myself more coming towards the end of my life, not in a sad way, but more it's like, what can I leave behind? I think now I've been looking more into this hand of life as how can I create an impact. Okay, and if you haven't done it yet, hi Santos, this is my new friend in Norway. Is Portuguese. Ciao Santos. He speaks Italian, and he speaks Portuguese, obviously French and Norwegian and English, and he should teach me some martial arts, taekwondo, karate. Now I'm a big fan of Cobra Kai, after I've been watching. Ciao Santos. After I've been watching Karate Kid 1, I don't know how many times, and the Karate Kid from Will Smith, and now I really love the show, the Cobra Kai on YouTube. I'm keep watching over and over, and I really like the concept behind the Karate Kid and the Cobra Kai, which is you need to boss your ass, you need to wax on and wax off. Life, it's really about core principle. You gotta have discipline, you gotta show up on time, you gotta be strong inside and outside, you gotta train, you gotta better yourself. There is never a level where you should feel satisfied, but you should always push yourself to the next level until life is over. So then you have accomplished your goal. Your life, it's about self-improvement. Thank you, Santos, for the love, the comments. Thank you everyone for being here, for showing the love, for showing you care. and you're listening. Grazie a tutti. I know, sorry, I have to speak English to reach a very big, broad audience that they don't speak Italian like me and like many of my friends and family. And because, basically now Mondosol is playing international. Yes, we did start from Italy and we became one of the top 10, actually number 3, according to Repubblica, the newspaper, number 1 in Italy. And the Incipit Consulting, that has done this survey commissioned by the Union of Hotels in Italy, we were number 3. That's what Riccardo Stagliano, the journalist, told me once he called me on the phone for an interview. So I'm just telling you what I know, not to brag, but to tell you that during those 5 years, wax on, wax off, we have done a lot. And at some point, out of nowhere, I find it out from someone else that probably was actually trying to talk bad about the whole industry. He called us landlord, and it's not actually very nice. But basically, I know there is a huge fight between hoteliers, the hotel industry, and property managers. And I think Mondosol, instead of fighting against hoteliers and property managers, is just trying to help both. And yeah, de nada, mi amigo Santos. Thank you very much. So Mondosol is here to improve hospitality, not to destroy hospitality. And if hospitality is a house, is a tent, is a hall, is a hotel, we don't care. As well as if you are a solopreneur, if you have a private room, a share room, or if you have a 200, 1,000 rooms, there is still room for improvement. And so that's why Mondosol exists and strive. It's about educating guests and hosts, guests to make an informed decision. Like today we're talking about what you can do when you travel, where you can find a supermarket where you can buy grocery if you live in a house, or where you can eat out if you live in a room in a hotel. And then also, if you want to have some fun, what you can do in the place where you are. So recommendation for places to drink, or places to have fun, experiences, and everything that is surrounding the place where you basically sleep in. Okay, sleeping is just one thing. Then you gotta eat, and you gotta drink, and you gotta have fun. Life is not just about working, it's also about enjoying. And I thank everyone for being here, the one who joined before and the one that will join in the future. And I encourage you to, to share this with all your friends and family, because you might help someone to learn something they don't know already. And there is always something that we can learn from each other. So I'm here not just to teach, actually that was not the intention, but to share my knowledge and actually reach out to you and ask if you have any questions, if you want to partner out, if you have a property, or if you manage a property, if you are a service provider, reach out to us, reach out to our team members, Stepo, Abhinav, Kemi, Nazimuddin, Electra, Eduardo, and many more. I'm not mentioning all the people that are service provider, Ilaria and Sonia and Daniela, and there are so many more that are working in the Mondosol ecosphere. We do have a community of property owners. We have served a lot of guests that we like to keep in touch. And at the end of this webinar, I will treat you as my friends and family, as many of you are, and my best customers. So I will give you something special if you stay until the end. And what I want to do is to continue with some education, because I want to empower you to take all this great lesson I learned during all these 5 years. Okay, Mario Renda, ciao. Ciao, scusa, devo parlare in inglese. Mario Renda is a friend, is an acquaintance from the little village where Mondosol started. Mario, you are from San Piero Patti, right? Sei di San Piero Patti, Mario. Yes, we started from this little village, 3,000 people, where my father born, 1940, I believe. Sorry, I'm not so good in numbers. Yes, but anyway, we started from here just because my father came from there. He inherited an apartment from his aunt, and that's why 2014, I was having a hard time, considering the fact that, like I told you before, I moved from one place to another. I lived in US, UK, Ireland, and then I was back and forth to Italy several times. And at that time, I was actually coming from Italy to Norway. And, you know, this is a beautiful country, but it's also very, very difficult to adapt because of the climate. The culture is actually opposite than Italy. So I was having a hard time. I was a bit lost. We were coming from education. And I remember coming back from US. You know, I showed this before, again, not to brag, just to show you that this is legit. This is an award. I flew to San Diego with my wife and partner, co-founder of Mondosol, to this marketing convention. And I remember meeting with other colleagues. I remember Tamara Patzer. She went to eat in a restaurant. We were all sitting together. She went to the Chinese restaurant. She had this Chinese cookie, you know, the one look like this. Then you crack them up, and then there is a little ticket. And in mine, the one she gave to me was written, "You will have success in untried area." My wife, she had, "You will be at the center of attention." So I did this Airbnb, and we became one of the top in Italy, and soon in internationally. And my wife, she got our baby. So I think it's so funny sometimes. You know, I told you about the change your life in 7 days. Also, another thing that it's so funny. When I was young, I always hated the horoscope, and now I'm actually I'm very curious to know when someone is born, because I think if you study astrology, astronomy, then you can find some characters. You know, if you are a specific sign, I think it's just fun, and I don't think it's just BS. Yes, if you read in this magazine that you find in the hairdresser, maybe it's a lot of BS because it comes from the calculation, the statistic. You know, they do a lot of things that, and I don't like that. But if you study the theory of nature and science, for example, you know, the nature with the different. Thank you, Simar Deep, for the likes of the video. Thank you, everyone, for being here, for showing the love. And what I was saying is that if you go and look online, there is a very interesting theory about nature and star sign. So whatever your star sign is, it's still in a specific time of the year. Okay, this astronomy was made in Greece, so the weather, the nature is basically the one that there is in the North Hemisphere in Greece. So the theory is that if you're born in the autumn, then you reflect the harvest time. If you're born in the winter, then you reflect the winter time, and so on, the spring, the summer. So that's why you can see maybe some people are more outgoing than others, and usually are summer sign. Some people are more cold and, you know, more like they like to stay by themselves, and maybe those are the winter sign. And you have some people who are more workaholic, and maybe that's the harvest time. And you have some people who are more narcissist, or, you know, they tend to look very beautiful and very intelligent, and those are the spring sign. They have this explosion, you know. And I think it's funny. I just think, you know, you can learn a lot from star sign. And if you haven't done it yet, just look the theory of nature and star sign. So we are talking today in Empower Hospitality about how I'm talking to you, can improve your property. You can attract more people into your property, not just by talking. Hey, Mattia, Simone, Enzo, all good friends. Simone Ciuffi is actually a property owner, has been working with Mondosol. Enzo Cartereggia is the son of a very good friend of mine. Actually, not the son, it's the nephew, Vincenzo. It was my neighbor when I lived in San Piero Patti. I was telling you before the story. That's where I started the whole crazy career into hospitality. Ciao Gianluca, a lot of friends from my childhood. Obviously, it's from Facebook, my personal profile. So a lot of friends are following me. Thank you very much for being here. Grazie. So what I was saying is that if you have a property, if you want to manage a property, or if you want to serve a property, let's say you are a cleaner, a concierge, a photographer, a driver, a teacher, whatever you are in this hospitality industry, basically you want to learn from this this webinar, this series of webinar, as much as you can. We also have a free course. We also have a series of email that you can sign up right now. It's in the description. So if you haven't done it yet, click on 30-day challenge, and I challenge you to change your habits for 30 days and to become a better property owner, manager, or service provider. Okay. And by the way, if you're new to this industry, you are welcome to join our local partner group. To contact us, we are also hiring. If you are a talent, if you know how to do, anything from guest interaction, customers. Oh, hey, thank you for the likes. Thank you. I also like you. Yeah, I sorry, I wanna make a post. I remember one time I was working with this guy from Czech Republic. He explained me that this word like, it's also in Czech, and like, it means two things: that you like someone, but that you're also like someone, you are the same as someone. So now it makes me think that people are liking this video, and both I like you and I'm like you. So I'm reciprocating this. And like I said before, if you stick around until the end, I'm actually gonna give you my thanks for being here, for staying until the end, for listening and profiting from what I have to say. With very humble beginning here in Norway, it's all about, fly down and be down to earth, because it's a very horizontal society, opposite to Italy, where instead it's a lot of bragging, and maybe it's part of the culture. It's very vertical. We used to have the Pope as the imperator, so on the very top of the pyramid, and all the slaves down. So it's about showing up that you are someone and something. But in Norway here, instead, what I learned, during these 10 years, that we belong to the earth. We're gonna end up there under the earth. So it's no point to fly so high, because you're gonna get burned, and then you're gonna realize that you belong to the earth. So stay to the earth, please. Put your feet down always, and look at yourself, look at others. I think if you're humble, if you know that you come from where you come, but you can still fly high, maybe with your mind, and you can achieve high if you want. You can really do big. I know my friend Mattia, kudos to you as well. From his passion into fashion, he built up a business, and he grew up so much that now he can feed himself, his family, and also someone else. So really, really proud of Mattia and be friend with him. He has done incredible. Gianluca Zacchetti is also a very good friend of mine, and he's been doing very good in sports. I think he's a track driver. Gianluca, guidi il camion. Beep, beep. But is a very good person. I really like Gianluca, and I know he's into marathon, he's into sport. Like many people, many friends and family here in Norway, they really love to run. I like more to walk than to run, but if you like to run, just comment now. I'll be happy to know. I'll be interested. If you want to come here, there is a marathon, and a family member of mine is into this ultra training Stole, and he loves to do the 24, 48 hours marathon. Basically, you almost don't sleep or pee or poo, or you do what you have to, but while you're running, it's something crazy. And we are talking about hospitality. We are at the show Empower Hospitality. So you're here today with me. My name is Vritten. If you haven't seen it, my name is Elio. I'm the host of the show, and from time to time, we're going to have some very special guests. Today, I was trying to bring on some people, but I really didn't manage. It's a Sunday, and I actually thanks all the people showing up, because you could have been watching Netflix or YouTube or your TV, whatever. You could have been doing whatever you wanted in this moment, but you're here with me. So thank you very much for being here, and that's why I'm gonna give you something by the end of this webinar if you stick around. Okay. So with that being said, we have people that are moderating the chat. We have Sepo, we have Nazimuddin, we have Abhinav, and there are also other people watching. And you can just comment. You can ask whatever you want me to talk about it, if it's related to hospitality, obviously. I'm sorry, I don't speak all the language. Like, I know some of you speak Italian, no? Io sono italiano. But unfortunately, I have to be broad and to be international. and I have to speak English. And it's funny, my classmate Mattia and Daniele, they might have a lot of fun because I was terrible in English. I was really, really terrible. Luca Cosentino, ciao, ciao. A lot of Italian here, and actually Italians, they're all over the world, and they are one of the best country in hospitality. I take some proud. I said maybe we are a bit arrogant and showing up, but at the same time, we come from a old history, and even the recent history, it's still glorious. Italy has been in the 60th number one country in the world, in terms of travelers. It has been passed now by France, Spain, US, actually China, US, and Italy now is number fifth. That's not so good, huh? Italy should be on the top because they still have like 60 or 80% of human heritage. So most of the history of humanity is in Italy, and there is a lot to show. But sometimes it's very underground, or if they dig and they have it in a museum, maybe the museum is closed or is not well maintained. I'm not gonna say everywhere, and I do appreciate some politician. I'm not gonna say names. I'm not gonna go into politics because then a lot of people get bad blood. But I'm gonna say that someone has been doing a good job by working in promoting what Italy has best, and I've been a big believer of Italy. I'm still working as my number one market. So if you have a property in Italy, you are in the right place. You can learn from Mondosol. You can play with Mondosol. We will offer you 25,000 euros in scholarship if you believe in yourself. If you show me that you're a winner, basically. Okay. So we do want to work with you. Yes. First of all, we wanted to apply you for the scholarship. We want to have a training session. We want to find out if you are the right fit. We might be encourage you to follow another program. Maybe you are more of a solopreneur and you want to go with the free course. Fabio Tacca, ciao Fabio, ciao, come stai? Fabio, very old friend of mine from primary school and also from soccer team, Aurora soccer team. Ciao Fabio. Very, very good goalkeeper, very, very big heart person, very, very good friend. I really like Fabio. I don't know if you guys understand me. I'm sorry, I have to speak English. Scusa Fabio, non parlo italiano in questo webinar perché mi devo fare capire dagli altri che adesso ci ascoltano in tutto il mondo. So I have to speak to you also, in a language that most of the people will understand me. I'm sorry about it. Yesterday my father was live, and I had to translate everything he said because he doesn't speak English. Even though I try to teach him some English, but it's not easy, especially when you are up in the age. But if you're young, if you're little like my daughter, she's 4 and she knows 3 languages already. She knows English, Italian, and Norwegian much better than I do. So if you want to learn while you're young. Learn while your brain is young. And thank you for the likes, by the way. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. If you stick around a few more minutes, I'm gonna give you something. Just stick around and you will thank me. I hope you're gonna find that useful, by the way. I mean, that's the point why we started all this webinar, is to educate, is to show you what you can do, what we can help you to do. And also, as a thank you, we designed this program that you can basically shop almost for free, travel and home accessories. I'll tell you in a moment, by the way, just in a moment. I want to recap because we are at the end of this. I am very, very thankful, very, very grateful that you've been here all this time, or that you just jump on and jump out. I mean, just for the fact that you show up, 80% of success is just showing up. So thank you, from my heart, from being here, from listening. It's not easy to listen for an hour straight, someone talking about maybe a topic that is not the best interest. You might be watching something funny that it's more interested than this. I don't know. But by the way, most of the people are distracting themselves, their life, watching, all this TV trash or fun stuff or someone else live, instead of focusing on fixing, their puzzles, their pieces of the puzzle, their life, and try to be a better person, try to improve whatever they do in their life, their talents. I Ciao Luca. Ciao Luca. Yes, yes, we will talk. I will call you for sure, Luca. So if you want to talk to me, yes, you can reach me out on Facebook. You can reach me out also on YouTube, on the website on Mondosol. You have the link, or if you don't, just Google it, Mondosol, mondosol.com. There you can find also a phone, an email, a chat. We are also on Twitter, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. So there is no excuses. You can find us anywhere. So if you want to reach out, just reach out. And plus, if you want to introduce yourself, if I don't know you, if you have a talent, if you are a service provider, just come over to Facebook, search for local partner Mondosol, and then you find this group. It's free to join. There is the course there. We're gonna ask you to be trained and to be certified to be our partner, service provider, or a property owner. And then we basically gonna have a win-win relationship where you're gonna get some work, and we're gonna get maybe a referral from you that we're gonna pay you. And so what I wanted to say now, just to wrap it up, we've been going on now for six episodes. So the saga continues for 30 days. I'll be here with guests, with Mondosol team, amazing people all around the world, from Africa, from Europe, from Asia, from Mexico, from US. So I'm very, very proud to have met all these people in my life. They helped me to grow, they helped me to learn, together with my wife, my daughter, my family, my friends. If I am where I am, ciao Lorenzo. Lorenzo is my cousin from Sicily. I told you my father is from Sicily, so my family comes from Sicily. None of them are mafia, because there is this very bad misconception, stereotype that everyone coming from Italy and Sicily is mafia. I remember me when I was in United States being a soccer teacher, and I know that now Mattia and Daniele will laugh, because I've never been very good in soccer. I was just telling my wife how my father insisted to play in the most famous city team. It was my city where I born was called Abbiategrasso, Milan in Italy. And in that team, I didn't know anyone. So I was actually very marginated, and I didn't like the people there. They were joking me, treating me bad. They were like, bullying me. And I used to live in another area of the town that it was more the hood, they called the Bronx, and they were more like farmers and maybe coming from welfare family. And I remember basically missing out all my foundation of soccer, and then going to the team with Fabio Tacca and others. And it was already too late. I didn't have the fundamentals. My body wasn't there. I didn't have enough breath. I couldn't run. I was too slow. So I know that maybe the people, my friends now listening, they will laugh, because yes, I was in US being as a soccer teacher, maybe because I have this passion of sharing whatever I know and help as much as I can. And I remember being there and telling people I'm from Italy. So the first three things that pop out from people's mouth were Italy, pasta, pizza, and mafia. And I remember I was in this summer camp. So I was like a coach and a tutor for those teenagers, and I was there with my colleagues from all around the world, US and Europe and other countries, I think. And so I remember one was from Texas, was Afro-American from Texas, and he really loved this mafia idea. So he wanted to call the house Casa Mafiosa. And then I remember it wasn't a good idea. A father of a teenager girl came to me. He probably heard that I was Italian, and he said, "It was your idea to call that house Casa Mafiosa." And you said, "Paisano, that was not a good idea." He was talking with this accent, American accent, with a little bit of Italian. But he said, I've been in US for all my life, and my ancestor as well, and we had to go through so much shit because we had this bad reputation. We had to basically fight the fight to stand out from the American society that was based on the far west, far west. That's what is America. Okay, so with that being said, I'm very happy I've been sharing this moment with you, that you're here with me, and I'm here with you even tomorrow. If you're coming out, I'm gonna stay here for you. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. I'm gonna be available even after. If you're gonna write your comments, please do it so I can get back to you. If you want to PM, private message me. If you want to have a talk, let's set up an appointment. I'm very much available during this time of the year. I'm preparing for the winter season. The summer season just ended up. It was crazy. We had a lot of guests, a lot of problems, a lot of owners. We started new markets. We started in US, in Georgia, and in Florida. We're trying to start in more and more markets as we did in Italy to become one of the top player in 3 years. We want to become one of the top player in the whole world internationally. So we're up to big things. And if you're also having a big dreams, if you're a winner, if you want to win together with Mondosol, I invite you to join the team. We are hiring actually. So we have some works in upwork.com. It's an outsourcing platform, but we're also going to paste more works into Facebook. So you can apply to Facebook as well. We're going to put all those jobs. And we are more than happy to have you on board. We are actually looking for a lot of talents that can develop local markets, service provider, house managers, property owners. And so let's finish up with my big thank you. So what do I want to do right now is to say thank you for being here until the end. And what I want to offer you basically is that if you go over to our shop, yes, we do have a shop, and we opened this shop with one goal only. And that was to say thank you to our guest and host for choosing Mondosol, giving their business to us, their trust, their I met many hosts that I actually visit in person. I have a personal relationship. I know when is their birthday. I talk with them very often on the phone. I meet them in their property. I do training. I do photo staging. And because everything we do here, it's personal. We do it on a personal level, not corporate. You will not talk with agent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you will always be a person for us that has emotion, feelings, dreams, and we will always try to help you on a personal level. So up over to shop.mondosol.com, open the tab, and I think it's in the description. You can find on this video on Facebook, on YouTube, and basically there is a link. You can go to the shop, you can open the account, you can get $10, and actually my colleagues, my friends Sepo and Abhinav can even give you $35 on top of the 10. So basically you are getting now almost a 50. Actually, you can get a 50. This is euros, and dollars is the same. So you can get 50 if you use the link of my friend Sepo and Abhinav, and then you sign up. So you get 35 plus 10, that's 45. And then you put your birthday, and that's another 10. So you can get 55 actually, or more. So if you go over to shop.mondosol.com, you sign up for an account. It's free, and actually not just free. I pay you. Yes, I pay you. When you make an order, it's coming out from my pocket. Let's just say it's on the house. I just want you to look at those products, find out what you like the best, order them, try them, and then I'll be more than happy as a feedback if you tell me if those are products that you enjoy, or if there were any problem. We go back to the supplier. We can claim that the product was not good. We can start working with them, and we can refine the products that we recommend in the shop. So it will be very good to have you even on the shop to try out those travel and home accessories. We have cool things for you as a man, as a woman, as a child, and even if you have pets. Now, I don't think dogs and cats are listening to me. Maybe if you are listening, there is something for you as well. So up over to shop.mondosol.com, open your account, get the free credit, buy something, and then once you get it, let me know if you like it or not, and be friends. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Come tomorrow, stay tuned. We have great guests for you. Bye bye.